Today I want to talk about Jalen Suggs, who would have given CJ Stroud and Jack Miller run for their money, and all that's coming up after the bumper.
Don't be cornering me. Hold up. Time. You gotta help me with that corner
What's up, kid folk? It's RJ Young. I am not on a step mill. Consider hitting the like and subscribe button because I upload a video every single day. It's always college football related, sports related. We have a good time. And somebody hit the djembe drum because we got a championship game tonight. Now, I don't know if I'm coming or going with Gonzaga or Baylor. This is college football. That's what I do. But I do know college football. So when I saw Jalen Suggs call bank on a Saturday night because they about to hit the club after, I was like, yo, that dude could really play. Turns out, could really play football as well. So first put on game by this by quarterback guru, quarterback coach of the day. Like, nobody doing it like Quincy Avery's doing it. Working with all these dudes, man. From Josh Dobbs to Justin Fields to Trey Lance, and on it goes. But he posted randomly that Jalen Suggs went to him because he wanted to be a quarterback. And Avery did a little bit of research and found out, who that dude is in the basketball world. Said, nah, we not going to waste each other's time. You're going to go play basketball, my son. And that's exactly what he went to do for Mark Few. And they looking to go undefeated, running the table tonight against Scott Drew. Yeah, man, I'm old enough to remember when Scott Drew was considered trash. Like absolute garbage. Man, you were spotting your other team 7 points with Scott Drew as your head coach. And now we got one of the best college basketball teams in the land, and we're getting Baylor like +5 tonight. So if you are better, maybe you want to take a look at that. But Jalen Suggs had an Ohio State offer. And there's like picture of him on a visit with Ryan Day like right in front of him, scoping it out, taking a look, seeing what it's about. That means that you could have ended up with Jalen Suggs or CJ Stroud or Jack Miller at Ohio State, which means you could be talking about Jalen Suggs or CJ Stroud or Jack Miller right now vying for the starting job on an Ohio State team that believes if the quarterback's any good, they're making it back to the college football playoff. So I went and looked this up, right? And Jalen Suggs was the number 15 overall dual threat quarterback in the country. Number 14, Nebraska's Luke Smothers. All right, so Smothers, you now have to take Nebraska on an undefeated run to the national championship game. Right? I'm kidding. I'm only kidding if you're not a Nebraska fan. If you're a Nebraska fan, you're like, yes. Yeah, RJ, speaking it into existence. We go pray over it. We gonna lay hands on it. We go like Nebraska's anything, RJ, anything that makes us better than a 7-win football team. Please get us into the Big Ten championship against Ohio State, Penn State, Michigan State, whatever, Indiana. That is what we want to do. But I find this to be really fascinating and a lot of fun because it just reinforces what I know, which is to be a star player on any team in any sport at the Division I level is to be one of the best athletes walking the face of the earth, period. Over 7 billion people on this planet, and just over 11,000 of them get to call themselves FBS football players. And of those 130 FBS teams, only 85 per team are on scholarship. And if you are on one of these Power 5 teams, right, we're talking about just single-digit percentages of dudes that are just on the team, on scholarship, on a Power 5 team, and then talk about the dudes that you know by name. And that is when you get into the rarefied air. That is when you get into the air up there. I'm fascinated by the story around Jalen Suggs. It's also a guy that people are trying to laud because he skipped out on playing for $500,000 in the G League to play at Gonzaga. All I'm saying is pay him at Gonzaga. Like, it ain't like they ain't bringing it in, but that's another discussion altogether, and I understand that many of y'all still aren't about it, at least the people in the comments are. A lot of folks that show up to watch this channel that don't actually have anything to say in the comments, and I appreciate you as well. But for me, him hitting that shot over UCLA for the game winner is going to go down in history as one of the biggest shots in the sport, if not the biggest shot in the sport. And I know that because I've read the people who come to understand what college football is, or excuse me, college basketball is all about. Speaking of which, if you don't already listen to Titus and Tate, go give them a listen. I've been following along with them, especially during the tournament. Those dudes keep me up. They have a lot of fun. Also, Club Trill for Life, you know what I mean? Walking on to the TU track team, you know what it is. But watching who's going to win this between the Jesuit school and the Baptist school, I'm going to have a lot of fun with that. Oral Roberts here locally in Tulsa had a nice run. I don't know that I would have been able to put up with an ORU making a Final Four in a year where Oklahoma got bounced out. Shout out to Lon Kruger, who announced his retirement last week. Porter Moser coming in to get the job, or 2 weeks ago. Porter Moser coming in to get the job out of Loyola Marymount. Still can't say Joe Constiglione's name, but we're going to fix that because now you in Norman, now you in Oklahoma, you're going to get on with the get on, you're going to get on with the get down. But for Jalen Suggs and Gonzaga, I wish the world for y'all. For Baylor, I wish the world for y'all. Tonight is your night. Have a great time. Ohio State fans, think about what could have been if Jalen Suggs just decided he wanted to play college football instead of college basketball. Who knows? He could have been one of the great quarterbacks of all time. We'll never know. All right, that is it for me. Deuces.